Peace, family, peace, 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 peace. How to attract love overnight. Okay, so these are the steps. Okay, I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. If not, do understand and get your day is going to get better once your perception gets better. My name is Dina Bryant. I do these inspirational videos just so we could change our mindset, shift our energy, focus on what we desire. So today's video is how to manifest love. Okay. I remember about a year ago, I had seen this post on Facebook, and it was a young man who was getting married. And one of the things he had in the caption was he's marrying his best friend. His best friend happened to be a man. And the young man who was getting married, one of the things he said was he said he's happy he found his soulmate. Because you see, he have been in relationships with women. And he said women are controlling. They speak nasty to you, all these different things. But he had this concept because of his mother. He said his mother, the way his mother used to speak to his father. And he didn't understand that he was attracting what he had going on within himself. His definition of love was, I have to be with someone that is like my mother. And although he may say he didn't like those type of relationships, but I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter if you say, well, I am going to date the same exact sex, or I'm going to date someone that has a different ethnic background. None of those things matters. What matters is you, okay? How to manifest love. Well, first off, we have been programmed and conditioned that love is to come outside. It's supposed to come outside of ourselves. And so you have been looking for love like it's a darn address, like it has an address. Love does not have an address. In fact, if you want to attract love, you have to become love, okay? If you've been in relationships back to back to back, right? Just keep on entering all these different relationships, right? After you get out of one relationship, you just hop and skip or jump into another relationship. In fact, you may even have someone on the side because you feel like, well, this relationship is about to end, so let me keep me a side piece. Who remember side pieces? Okay, let me keep a backup plan, okay? Because of the fear. The fear of you being by yourself. The fear of you not wanting to be alone. And isn't it funny? Because sometimes we say, I don't want to be, by myself or alone. But you could be in a relationship and have those exact feelings that you are by yourself. How did I manifest love? I remember it was a few books that I had read. And one of the books was The Mastery of Love. If you are a person that says you want to attract love, okay? And perhaps you see that your definition of love or your idea of love is not working out for you. It's not working in the best interest of yourself. I highly recommend you get the Mastery of Love. Okay? Same exact author of the Four Agreements. So it's really funny, right? Because we have been so programmed to want to get to know other people, want to make people into our ideal image, right? And not understanding that we attract exactly what we are, okay? And instead of you wanting to get to know other people, instead, if you focus that energy on getting to know thyself, that is the only knowledge you will ever need, is to know thyself. Because you see, when you know yourself, you can understand why you attract the people that you tend to attract, that you get into relationships with. If you are clingy, if you have been conditioned that love has to come outside of you, you will forever be on a hunt. Forever be on a hunt. And I told you guys this story, okay? I had a good friend of mine. Me and him used to work at the same hardware store. And I remember one day from us having so many conversations, me going to him for advice and, seeking his opinions of and his guidance about the relationships that I would enter into. And some of them would be situationships, okay? Just having intimacy with the guys, okay? And one of the things he said to me, he said, Dina, if you keep going this way, you're going to get in your 30s and you're never going to know what love feels like. And I was in denial. I was so in denial. Because you see, I thought, even though it was a part of me that knew there could be a possibility of him telling me the truth, it was a part of me that said, that ain't true. That's not true. Until I got into a relationship and I seen everything right before my eyes. It was almost like, you ever settled for someone and you knew that this person wasn't your ideal person? It was a part of you that felt like, not in a trillion years I would date this person. But you settled because perhaps the relationship that you was desiring, it wasn't happening quick enough. You wasn't manifesting it fast enough. Or perhaps you may not even have known about manifestation, right? Like me, I didn't. I just found out about manifestation. It's so funny, but we do it each and every day, right? We manifest things to us. And me and a person, I remember one day I asked him, I said, you ever was in relationships and you be looking at other people? Well, he would be staring at other women, right? While me and him was together. And I used to feel bad, like, damn, he looking at all these different women and stuff like that. And I felt the same exact way. Like, although I may not get caught staring at, other men, but I felt the same exact way. Like, I could have had this instead of this. You ever settled for someone and you like, damn, why the hell did I settle for this goddamn person? You're not even it, right? And that's how I felt, but because I was impatient. because I felt like someone was going to give me something that I could not give myself, I was settled. Not even realizing that I just was attracting what I had going on within myself. See, a lot of times we feel like how we feel about ourselves, it doesn't reflect. Let me tell you something, okay? A dog could even tell if your ass is scared, okay? That goes to say that everything that you have on the inside, it reflects on the outside. Now, you may say, no, that's not true. You may think that that is not real, but honey, I am here to tell you it is true. Okay? We reflect everything. So it don't make sense you trying to, get this person, because this is, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what I used to do. Okay? When I would work, okay, thank goodness for YouTube, okay, social media, boo, okay. But thank goodness for me doing the work on myself and continuously doing the work on myself. But when I used to work at these jobs, right, I would, majority of the time, I wasn't in a relationship, okay. I would get in a relationship once I was working at these jobs, the jobs I had. And it would start off, it's like I would go after guys who, and I said this in my previous videos, who I felt like I could put in a box, who I felt like I could control, who I felt like I could make them to be what I wanted them to be. Okay. And in a book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy, okay, if you don't have this book, I highly recommend you get this book as well. This book is a phenomenal read. It talks about get to know thyself, okay, and it gives so many examples of Dr. Murphy having all these clients, and whether these clients of his had fear, was experiencing anxiety, fear, depression, or whether his clients was experiencing relationship issues or scarcity mindset, lack of money or whatever. Dr. Joseph Murphy has so many different examples in that book. I highly recommend you get that book. That book is my favorite read because it touched bases on every condition, okay, every program you possibly could think of, okay. And so one of the things that I was operating in, and I didn't even know it, okay. See, that lack of knowledge, it really can do something to your damn life, okay. But I didn't know that, first of all, I didn't even know that there was a masculine energy and a feminine energy. I just thought that, I didn't even, to be honest, a few years ago, I didn't even know too much about energy, okay. I know when I was growing up, I would hear the guys say, oh, I'm not feeling his vibe or whatever, the dope boys, okay? I would hear them say that, but I never knew, like, about energy and frequency and vibration. I never knew anything about that. Even though I went to school and I took a class in metaphysics. Honey, that class, I failed that class. Well, actually, I got a C in the class, okay? But with the math and all this other stuff, honey, okay. So, anywho, so I would go into these relationships, and I was operating from my masculine energy. Okay, the energy that is, you tend to be probably hard on yourself. Okay, you're not nurturing. And nurturing is feminine energy. Okay, I was, just wanting to control the guys, just so much in my masculine energy. And I remember I was reading a book by Dr. Joseph Murphy, and he was talking about this young lady who was married for the third time, and she was pretty much saying, like, she don't know why the guys that she meet, why they all the same, right? And one of the things Dr. Joseph Murphy told her, he said, because you are dating men that are effeminate. Okay, meaning that the men that you're going after, they are more so in a feminine energy as opposed of their masculine energy, right? And so that's the type of guys that I will go after. And it was pretty much a control aspect, wanting to be in control, wanting to control, right? Because you know why? Because of fear of me doing the work on myself, okay? And often some cases I didn't even really believe anything was damn wrong with me, okay? I just thought, oh, I attract this person because I like them. That's not why you attracting them. Yes, the physicalities you see, but you meet them before you physically meet them, meaning your energy. Okay, we send our energy out. We are like transmitters. Okay, we attract what we are. We sending our energy out into this. We say, oh, is the white mind, the black mind, this the girl mind, the boy, honey, is one mind, and is universal mind. Okay. All right. Another book, Yura Anderson. Okay. Three Magic Words. All the thoughts and ideas that we tend to have, it goes into like this one big bubble. Okay. And we could attract people that's all the way in goddamn Asia. Okay. There's no time and space. All right. So the guys that I would tend to go after, it would be guys that, I felt like I can do whatever it was, make them into my ideal person. And in the beginning, it worked out so lovely, right? It always worked out so lovely in the beginning because it's like, the honeymoon stage. I'm excited to be in this relationship. They're excited to be in this relationship. But then we get to a point and place where so it's like, you can't give me what I need, right? And then the other person feels like, probably a little clingy. Yes, I could give you what you need and all this other stuff. But the truth of the matter, honey, the one you've been looking for is you. Okay? I'm here to tell you. The one that you have been looking for has been you. All right? And so what really did it for me was after I had my spiritual awakening, okay? And I started seeing that, you know what? It's been lies. It's been lies, all of, I've been searching, looking high and low, and the one who I've been damn looking for has been my goddamn self all this damn time. Okay. And so I started doing the work on myself instead of me jumping into the next relationship. Okay, I started looking at myself and understanding that, all right, you got some healing to do. Okay, you have experienced abandonment. You have to address those issues. Okay, you have to start healing your inner child and start getting the lessons that how you winded up in those relationships, because this is one of the things you have to understand. Say for instance you just got out of a relationship, right? And perhaps you haven't been in a relationship for a few months or a year, but you never was doing work on yourself in that midst of time. Only thing you was doing, you probably was messing with different people, having sex with them, but just not, being relationships with them. No, you would have to let me tell you something. Okay. You would have to definitely take time out for yourself. Okay. Because you attract the people because of that inner dialogue that you have going on within your subconscious mind. Okay. If you feel like, and this is one of the things that I used to feel because of my children, right? That was another reason I would settle as well. But no, because even before I had children, I was settling too. But oftentimes I would say, oh, because I have children, no, no guy is gonna want me with children and stuff like that. And the fact of the matter is, they love you, they accept you. First of all, they got to accept themselves in order for them to accept you. Okay. They love themselves. They accept themselves. They will accept and love you if you accept and love yourself. Okay. The next thing is you want to understand that you have to enjoy your life. You really have to enjoy your life. You got to understand and get like, what is it that you like to do? Instead of wanting to be in a rush to be in a relationship. And love is, let me tell you something, love is phenomenal. Love is good. Love is beautiful. But when you know how to love yourself, it's even more beautiful. When you know what it is that you like, what it is that you're gonna tolerate, what it is that is the boundaries that you tend to have. That is important. Okay? And when you enjoying your life so much, oftentimes people will say, dang, like, my mother, she would say, like when I would go visit her, go to her house, she would say, "You're not in a relationship yet." Right? And I would say no. Right? And the reason being was because one, I'm doing the work on myself, right? But we can't keep saying, oh, I'm doing the work on myself forever. But then two, I haven't come across yet, because my Beati sweetie, I haven't come across a guy. Well, actually, it was one, but I haven't come across a guy that captured my attention in a sense where as though I didn't feel like because this is one of the things that you have to understand. When you start paying attention to the red flags, right, you could predict, right? You almost like a goddamn psychic out here. All right. If you know that your ex always was late, and then you found out your ex, he was a massive cheater, okay? And now you go on this date with this new guy, okay? And y'all had reservations for, 8 o'clock. This guy shows up to the date around 8:45, okay? Now, you may say, all right, well, stuff happens. He comes with an excuse to tell you, something with his car, whatever. You say, all right, but no communication. He don't let you know, what's going on with him. You just sitting there waiting at the restaurant. Okay, all right, that should be a sign. Because you already know, all right, there was no communication with your ex, okay? And so the telltale signs, they be there. They always there in the beginning. But it's up to you to see things clearly for what they are, not for what you say you want them to be. Not for what you say, well, if this person just do this, then my life is gonna be good. Or if this person could, and it's funny because we say, well, I love you unconditionally, but we tend to put conditions on the love. We tend to put conditions on the love. So the best love and how to manifest love, okay, is first love yourself. Love yourself. And how to love yourself? You're going to take time out for yourself. You're going to get to know thyself. You're going to spend time with yourself. If you can't spend time with you, how do you expect for others to want to spend time with you if you don't even like being around you? Another thing that I do is I read. I tell you guys in almost every video, I read. Because if you want to know about love and the definition and what you have been programmed to believe about love, that programming you see is not working, then perhaps you need to start reading or searching things up pertaining to love. If you want love, you got to study love. But you got to study yourself. And is beautiful because this is what tends to happen all the time. And you could probably relate to this. You know how times you be like, well, I'm not going to get into another relationship. Nope. Because I said this several times. I'm going to be celibate. I'm not getting in another relationship. And the next minute I know I was married. Okay. The marriage didn't last long. But, so when you let go of this ideology of, oh, I can't be happy until I be in a relationship, that is wrong. And until you let go of, and thinking that if you single, that makes you look a certain type of way. Let me tell you something. Being single actually means that you are strong, because it's so easy. It's so easy to be in a relationship. Very, very easy. But to have options and to know what you are worth, to know that you are doing the work on yourself and you're not willing to accept someone that don't think that they're capable. You're not willing to accept anyone that feels like they have a low self-esteem about themselves. You're not willing to be in a relationship with someone that you feel like you have to fix and you have to build and make them into your ideal person. But instead, you do the work on yourself and become your ideal child, and become your damn own ideal person. Okay? So if you want love, okay? If you desire love, you have to become love. Okay? How you gonna accept somebody you don't accept yourself? You can't accept anybody if you don't accept yourself. So I am happy to be on this journey with you guys. I am excited about what the future holds, okay? And it feels so good to know that you are the creator of your reality. And whatever it is that you desire, my love, you can have it. Until next time, peace.